Hello everyone, welcome to another bad fanfiction. Today it is an Avatar one called Avatar Redemption in Space, and it is the Blue Cat people, not the Last Airbender thing. I think we've covered that enough on this channel. And yeah, as you heard there, before I introduced him, he interrupted me. It is Berserker again for another bad fanfiction.
They can see it on the video title.
But you're ruining the immersion! Okay, Jake Sully wants to be with his wife forever and ever, but an impending nuclear holocaust is threatening to ruin his fun. Sully must defeat the evil humans and save the universe.
Man, that nuclear holocaust, it's so not fun.
Avatar, Redemption in Space. It was a awesome and a happy day on Pandora indeed. Had he said it, Natiri?
I think so.
Natiri was eating pie in a mud hut when... Oh, that was really awkward. Because she's played by a black actress. Oh. Natiri was eating pie in a mud hut, but... I want to say but after I say that. When Sully suddenly rushed into the hut looking super exhausted and upset, as he started to yell at Natiri about something that sounded extremely important. Natiri, they are back! And thus time, he has nukes! 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 Natiri asked with her extremely pretty and attractive looking face that a man could drool over forever and ever. I think he's trying to tell us something. Yes, nukes! He has the freaking nukes!
Is he French now?
Yeah, I was going to say, he sounds very French. Jake Sully yelled, extremely upset with his ugly and disgusting yet somewhat angry looking face. Brilliant. But how can this be? We defeated the humans last year during that massive battle in the sky. Remember? Natiri said to Sully. Yes, I remember. But this is different. This time they have nukes.
We get it.
And more than just one, which is even worse.
More than just one witch.
Sully replied with extreme amounts of eagerness. That's not the right word there. Yeah, that is so bad that they have more than just
so many nukes. Wow.
Yeah, that is too bad that they have more than just one nuke. If they only had one, then we could just steal it. But because they have so many, they would nuke us anyways. Is this some kind of essay about nuclear deterrence and why it doesn't work? What should we do in order to protect our Navi race and homes? Natiri asked full of utter sadness, but despite looking like a beautiful cherry tree that one could fall for any day of the week on any month of any year. Truly touching. Jake Sully knew that humans might nuke them at any time and that he had to react quickly to stop them, and thus he stood perfectly and completely still for a whole 10 days as he carefully crafted together the perfect plan to defeat the mighty Zoomans.
Someone likes the letter Z.
But Jake Sully could think of no plan, and thus he decided to rally the Navi people to a meeting at the Navi Parliament that had been built after the humans had been driven off Pandora. The fact they've built a building, it shows that they've let the humans win, because that was about nature and industrialization going against each other.
Good job, guys.
The Navi Parliament was the single most important building in all of Pandora, as it allowed the Navi to discuss all of the important matters when travel arrived.
It was also the only building.
Jake Sully was super well aware of this, and thus me made extra super sure that his tuxedo was completely clean prior to speaking to the Navi people.
It's like a tuxedo but poisonous.
A tuxedo sounds like a James Bond gadget. I love, yeah. He said to Sully just as he was about to speak to the Navi people. This line. My peoples! Sully yelled at the Navi with his ugly face. Irrelevant. A great danger is coming our way. The Goomans have returned. And this time, they has nukes. Jake Sully said with an extremely dramatic tone, with his ugly, disgusting face. The whole audience was so utterly stunned and traumatised upon hearing these horrible news that almost a full quarter of the Navi present lighted themselves on fire and hurled themselves out the windows the instant they heard Sully's words, while the other 3/4 merely screamed like 1,000 wretched little babies that only a handful actually shit themselves. Oh no! What do you suggest we do? The leader of the Navi asked Sully.
What a strong race.
I don't know. You are the leader, and thus you should figure it out. In fact, you have to, else the nukes will destroy our homes, and we'll have to make love to our wives in the bushes, since we no longer have any beds. Priorities. The discussion went on for 3 whole days, but then the Na'vi leader finally confronted Sully again.
It's taking them a while to get here. It's been a full 13 days now.
If you'd think at this point they'd have realised that the nukes aren't really going to cause them any harm. Jack Sully, we have come up with a way to defeat the Zoomans. You must reach the human spaceship carrying the nukes by climbing the tallest mountain in all of Pandora. Tall Mountain!
Thus the Super Mario 64 course?
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Thus getting you close enough to the spaceship to enter it and destroy it, thus saving the planet forever. Consider this your redemption. For what? The Na'vi leader said, full of cheerfulness.
Ugly face.
Now you're getting it. Sully was stunned. And he said Stully. Sully was stunned by these news, but decided to do what he had to in order to save the Scarvy people from the humans once and for all. Sully gathered some supplies as well as giant knife that was strong enough to kill 1,000 people in a single throw, and a bazooka that could blow up portions of whole mountains if aimed correctly, and if no one was in the way.
Is this the same author as the last one? Because it sounds like it.
I don't know. After spending a whole 2 weeks... Oh, nice sentence. After spending a whole 2 weeks climbing the mountain, Jack Sully was finally close enough to the spaceship to use his knife to cut a door into it, thus allowing him to enter it. Sully started to look for the nukes, but then he got confronted by a Zooman that threatened to kill him unless he surrendered. Jack Sully, however, had been spending months training his Na'vi psychokinesis abilities and used them to crush the human's head with his mind. Aha! Your mind has been Aha! Your mind has been crushed! Sully yelled at the dead Zooman like the angry Na'vi that he was. Then 3 more humans arrived and started to fire the super fast bullets at Sully, and Sully was unable to dodge them. Thankfully, his mind and determination was so strong that it did not matter, because apparently if you're strong-willed enough, bullets can't hurt you. Sully punched through all 3 humans at once and then ate them as if they were meat on a stick. Afterwards, Sully started to look for nukes and found them. Evil humans! How dare you try to destroy everything I have ever loved with your violence and death! It saddens me that it's come to this, Jake Sully said with tears pouring from his eyes. And then Sully took all the nukes on the ship and hurled them back towards Earth, killing every human on the planet. No, this Lex, not Lex. Hooray, I am redeemed, Jake Sully said to himself, full of joy knowing that he had saved Pandora and prevented the evil genocide of his people, that the evil Zoomans had plotted in their wickedness. But he committed his own genocide to do it. Now me and me wife can live happy forever, Jake Sully said to himself as he returned back home happy with his work. The end!
Good job, Jake Sully, you fucking monster.
I like the fact they just started calling him Jack Sully at one point as well. Oh my god, that was probably better than the Twilight one we did. That was fucking great. Oh, do you want to read some reviews quick for this?
Yeah, sure. So it took like over 3 weeks for the ships to even get there, and apparently still managed to stop them.
Okay, would you like to read some of these?
Yes. I lick this fic cause it beater executes the message of the film by taking it as serious as it should have been.
He must be an alien or something. Ha ha ha. I have to say, I laughed a few times this. That was a super story. It really should be classed as humour/parody, though otherwise potential fans will miss this masterpiece, said sincerely. Very silly story and very surreal sometimes, but very funny. There were a few spelling mistakes, but they kind of added to the nature of the story. Hazel fails. Slow clap. Congratulations. This is going straight to my list of the best fanfics ever.
The originality of this fic is off the charts. I hope zombies get introduced. Ones that say brains like some sort of repetitive religious mantra. Magically live along just slightly faster than anyone runs and super duper start.
It's off the fucking chain, mate. Okay, that was it for Avatar Redemption in Space. We'll see you next time for another bad fanfiction. See you later.
Yeah.
The nukes!